Well, hello again, friends, and welcome back again to the Old House on the Corner. Today's video, we'll be heading back to 2013 and picking up where we left off at Tibbetts Point Lighthouse as we work our way up to the Thousand Islands, Alex Bay. Today's stop, Clayton, New York. As mentioned previously, we'll pick up our trip from where we left off last time at Tibbetts Point Lighthouse. Our plan for the next day was to take a trip on the Glass Bottom Boat from Clayton Island Tours in Clayton, New York. But before that day would come, we spent the night in a cottage run by a company called Green Cedars, right on the water. Basically, the St. Lawrence River was right out our front door. In the years since then, Green Cedars Cottages has been bought out by the neighboring company Angel Rock Waterfront Cottages and is now part of one entire complex of rental cottages you can stay at. The kids enjoyed swimming in the river off a dock near the cottage. And being September, it was rather cold water, but they enjoyed it nonetheless. We had a beautiful sunset that evening looking across the river to Canada. Kids also enjoyed roasting marshmallows over a campfire. In the morning, we would travel from our cottage up to Clayton, New York, where we'd board the boat. Our ultimate destination was Rock Island Lighthouse. Clayton Island Tours would take us through a portion of the Thousand Islands, and we'd see a number of cottages on those islands. We won't share the whole boat ride here, but we will share with you our visit to Rock Island Lighthouse.
And you'll notice that the pavilion here in Clayton looks an awful lot like a train station, and that was by design. In the late 1800s and early 1900s, there was a very active train station here. Between 13 to 16 trains per day all summer long would come up here from Albany, New York, Syracuse, Utica, you name it. People who wanted to get out of the city and come here to the island resorts, big hotels that were on some of the islands, would come here all summer long, be met by steamships right here at the train station and taken out to their islands, to the island resorts. So we'll talk a little bit about that Gilded Age. That's part of our talk today, and the fact that Clayton is in a resurgence right now and hopefully facing a new Gilded Age with our new hotel that's going up. We're entering the main shipping channel of the St. Lawrence Seaway. Once we're between a green buoy on our left or port side and a red buoy on our right or starboard side, you'll know we're in the main shipping channel. The Seaway opened in 1958, and it enabled shipping from the ocean, the Atlantic Ocean, to the rest of the world to come into the Midwest and to hook up with the entire United States into the Great Lakes system. So that was a very good thing for the economy and just for all kinds of commerce back and forth. It really opened up the world for us in 1958. Along with
There's a lot of history on the river, and not only will you learn about a number of the properties and the things that have transpired over the last 100+ years, but you'll see a lot of wonderful wildlife and beautiful scenery. We'll even get to see a sunken ship towards the end of this video.
some fish and wildlife people, and we have a pair of adult blooms. They are a rare sighting. Jay's really good at finding them, and they're not afraid of us. Does anybody want a window down for a picture? The loons are back. We, for some time, were without our eagles, we were without osprey, we were without common terns, we were without the loons. But in the 1970s, the state outlawed DDT, a pesticide that was thinning the lining of the eggs of our native birds. And because of that, very gradually, very slowly, our native bird populations, like the loon, have come back.
Eventually, we arrived at our destination, Rock Island Lighthouse. Rock Island Lighthouse was commissioned in 1847 to guide the shipping traffic along the St. Lawrence River. It is uniquely notable for its rich maritime history and for being the best preserved light station in the region, featuring all of its original auxiliary structures. Because they have to limit the number of people who can climb to the top of the tower and back down at one time, our family was split up. Claudine and Brendan went first, and then I and the three girls.
I'll help you.
Brendan was a little scared coming down the steep iron stairway.
Yep, there you go. You're getting it. You're right along the stairs.
This is your job.
I'm too old for this. There you go. Hey, you did it.
To be fair, Megan was also a little skittish going up and down.
And then you can go behind her, okay? I always kind of like to have parents lead the way on the way down.
Yeah, yep. All right, Gusman, come on.
There you go.
Come on. You're right behind me. Just hold on to me. Hold on to my shoulders. And there you go. I'm right behind you. You're good. It's not scary. Okay. Look at Sissy's waiting for you. It's neat. It's a great view.
At the very top, you climb to the light by a ladder. Somehow, Claudine's video footage of us did come out. She had turned the button off instead of on. Imagine having the job of come up here all the time?
That took forever.
Because you had to come up here and light the lantern or whatever? You may notice that Brendan was wearing a little hoodie that says Cape Vincent on it. That's because somehow he ended up coming on vacation with no jacket, so we had to buy him one locally.
For you to do something funny. You tell me if you saw there.
Megan would later admit her dislike of climbing the tower.
Was it fun?
It was hilarious.
It was what?
I didn't like going up that high.
Why?
Because it was too high.
Was it fun?
Yeah. And
Were
I
you
had
too scared too?
No.
Were you scared, Daddy?
Yes, I was scared.
It was like a million stairs, I was told.
A million stairs.
A million stairs.
We did enjoy our visit to Rock Island and going up into the lighthouse. Soon we were back aboard our boat, known as the Glass Bottom Boat. Of course, it doesn't have a glass bottom. The boat itself is more or less like a pontoon boat, with an open section in between the two hulls on either side. And that open section is covered by plexiglass, so you can see through. As we made our way back to home port in Clayton, we would pass over the sunken wreck of the schooner the Elk. The Elk was a 19th century wooden schooner that sank in the shallows between Washington Island and the village of Clayton, New York, somewhere in the mid-1800s.
All right, so he's going to get us lined up to run parallel with these two mooring buoys. And right about in the center of that is where we should see the remains of the Elk. So what you're looking for is essentially planks, but they are at an angle.
Paintings from the late 19th century, made by the wife of Captain Willard Cook, show the frames of a ship and ribs protruding from the water where the wreck lays today.
Very often we have to maneuver around a sailboat that ties up to one of those mooring boats. There it is, there it is, there's the Elk. Perfect, Jay. We're right over her. Everybody see her? Just slightly port.
What was the name of
her
the
name was the Elk, E-L-K, just like the big thing with the antlers. And it was 165 feet long, so that's a pretty long sailing ship. And people ask how she can possibly still be there, but fresh, cold water does preserve wood. So other than the ice maybe moving her a little bit, she's not going anywhere. There she is. That's all part of it right there. Wow. Cool, Jay.
How deep is it right here?
It's about 5, and there's more like 4
Hard to
feet.
distinguish it from the reflections.
Yeah, it's...
But I see where you're talking.
Yep.
I see it.
It's a big hulk. And it is sometimes, it's actually easier to see it today than on a sunny day. Are we going backward? Jay's going to take us back over. The bubbles make it hard to see.
Today, due to its easy accessibility, it serves as a popular family-friendly snorkeling and shallow water diving spot. In the description box below, I've included a link to another video on YouTube taken by some divers so you can see the wreck up close underwater.
Mommy.
There it is. There it is. There it is. I just get so excited. I'm like a little kid because on some days you really can't see it. And there are times when the river is turning over and it's full of plankton. And so the water is very, very cloudy. And we bring people here and we really can't see the elk. And it's really frustrating. So to have the conditions be as they are today and to see it is pretty exciting. Because it is the one, other than the General Hancock sitting up on shore on Mandolin Island, this is the shipwreck we can really see. Thank you, Jay. Well done.
We hope you enjoyed today's video and our flashback to our family vacation from 2013. Be sure to come back and check the next episode as we finally make it into Alex Bay. We'll see you again soon.